Why don't we ever see a hippopotamus hiding in a tree? Because they're really good at it. Yes, you heard it right. Somewhere in an alternate universe, hippos are the reigning champions of hide and seek, camouflaging themselves so well in treetops that we mere mortals stand no chance of spotting them. Now, if you think that's a wild idea, hold on to your hats, because the comedy rabbit hole we're about to dive into is even deeper. Imagine how the bird feels when it sees one up there. You know, I once entered a pun contest. I submitted 10 puns, hoping one would win, but no pun intended. Ah, the beauty of wordplay, where the punchline is often as elusive as a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. It's like being a magician, but instead of pulling rabbits out of hats, we're pulling laughter out of thin air. Picture this. You're expecting a joke about a chicken crossing the road, but boom, plot twist. It's actually a philosophical musing about poultry's existential crisis. It's all about the art of misdirection. One moment, you think you're on a leisurely stroll down a predictable path. The next, you're tumbling down a rabbit hole of unexpected hilarity. It's like expecting a handshake and receiving a tickle instead. So, my friends, the next time a pun leaves you bewildered, remember, the trick isn't in the pun itself, but the twist of expectation. If you didn't laugh at that, you're pun resistant. Why don't some couples go to the zoo? Because they can't bear it. Yes, folks, life is full of absurdities, and sometimes the most mundane things can turn into the most ridiculous stories. Take, for example, the humble toothbrush. An everyday item, right? But have you ever thought about how the toothbrush must feel? Imagine being at your job, in someone's mouth at 6 in the morning. That's one wake-up call nobody wants. And then there's the curious case of the alarm clock. It's the only object that gets smacked every day just for doing its job. Talk about a thankless task. It's like being a referee at a football match where both teams are toddlers. Moving on to the world of fashion. Have you ever noticed how socks always seem to go missing? You put 2 in the wash, and only 1 comes out. It's like they're playing hide and seek, and we're always the ones left seeking. And let's not even get started on the remote control. The one thing in the house that everyone wants, but no one can ever find. It's like the elusive unicorn of the living room. Life's full of these absurd everyday moments, and sometimes all you can do is laugh. So, here's to finding the humor in the mundane, and to remembering that even the most ordinary things can make us chuckle. Next time you're at the zoo, remember to check if the bears are couple-friendly. Knock knock, who's there? Lettuce who? Let us in, it's freezing out here. Ah, the timeless charm of a knock-knock joke. These little comedic gems have been around for ages and they're still as funny as ever. So what makes a knock-knock joke work? It's all in the pun. You see, a good knock-knock joke teases your brain. It introduces a familiar phrase, then flips it on its head for an unexpected and often hilarious punchline. Take our lettuce joke, for instance. You might expect the punchline to be a simple play on the word lettuce, but instead it's a clever twist that turns a common phrase into a delightful joke. And that's the beauty of knock-knock jokes. They're simple, they're familiar, and yet, they always manage to surprise us with their wit and humor. So the next time someone knocks on your door, don't be too quick to answer. It might just be a joke waiting to happen. Remember, if a salad rings your doorbell, let us in. From hippos in trees to chili salads, we've had quite a ride. Yes, indeed, we've journeyed through the labyrinth of laughs, and what a hoot it's been. We've explored the art of misdirection, where the punchline took a sharp left when you were expecting a right. Remember that one about the barber and the bald man? A classic. Then, we plunged into the absurd everyday, where life's most mundane moments turned into comedy gold. Who knew a trip to the grocery store could be so hilarious? And the bit about the overzealous vacuum cleaner still has me in stitches. We even knocked on the door of those classic knock-knock jokes, the ones that never fail to bring a smile to your face. The one about the interrupting cow, that's a keeper. And as we wrap up this joyride of jocularity, let's keep this in mind. Remember to keep your sense of humor, and you'll never be short of a laugh. Until the next time,